Okay, it's Friday. I just got home from an air show, and my dog is trying to get that down because she wants to lay on it. Very smart dog. Anyway, we're starting Slot Car Fun early on Friday because I just got home from an air show. I've been with Civil Air Patrol and out on the Navy base, Point Magoo, with the Thunderbirds and Blue Angels all day, and it was great. And I'm worn out, but I came home to a happy box, and I don't usually do unboxing, but I'm going to unbox this happy box because it's got something in it for tomorrow's Slot Car Fun, which is going to be filmed at Stephen Farr Jones' house and his wonderful track in Glendale with the Farrout Slot Car group. You get to see my hand. I'm sorry. Okay, we are back. We're in the back room with the slot car track and the dog who wanted that down, and now she has it. She's very happy. This came from, because much to my surprise, Electric Dreams did not have this car, and I got it from 132nd Slot Car US, also known as Scale Racing LLC in Oregon, and they are a distributor for RevoSlot, and I always thought that Electric Dreams was, but evidently not for this one, or maybe not at all anymore. I'm not sure why, but here it is, very well packed. Every bit as well packed as anything I got from Electric Dreams. Alan got it here in a timely manner. I wrote to him and I said, look, I need this for Saturday. If you don't think the priority mail will work, I'll pay for the extra shipping. I'm doing this with one hand. Can you tell? Boy, they packed this well. Let me put this down. There we go. There, finally, RevoSlot. And you probably all know what, well, no, you don't. I mean, they're making a lot of cars these days, aren't they? So, unboxing, huh? Well, you probably all have this car by now. And what I've noticed about this car is that you've all managed to get the green one. I got the black one. Oh, it's lovely. Lovely, lovely. Oh, yes. So there we are. It's the RevoSlot BMW 2002, a lovely car. I drove one more than once. I really like the roll cage inside. I like the big flares, which is really cool. I mean, it's all done for racing. God, it's gorgeous. They always do a good job. I'll see how the clear coat is on the decals. Pretty good. They're known for not getting quite enough on there. I've heard other people talk about that, but overall, no, it's good. The car is amazing, of course. You know, it's, if you know RevoSlot, you know that they have some of the best cars in the world. I don't want to set that upside down like that. Oh, this is taped in too. Holy moly. I just want to get the car out. We're going to go directly to the track with this because we can. I love that they give you an extra slot guide. Isn't that sweet of them? And come out of there. There you go. Yeah, and a magnet. They leave the magnet out, which is, I like that, because I don't race with magnets. Now these brushes will probably be replaced tomorrow. I like to use the copper stuff. I think our slot car group does as well. This is, you know, they're really nice job, and I can see all the screws are tight on the motor pod and everything. This is pretty good. What we're going to do is just put it right on the track and see how it runs straight out of the box, because I usually don't do that, and I think you might be curious to see, well, how is, I know, this is looking better. It's got a lot more work to go. Suspension, paint. Mark Tyler's immense miniature driver. He's a full driver. He's sitting all the way down in there. It's going to be pretty neat. But we're talking about this car right now. Oh, there's some more light on the subject. And let's just see how it runs straight out of the box. The one thing about RevoSlot is they don't put in full interiors. They're sort of halfway up to the top. And, you know, even this fly slot, that guy's missing a hand. What the hell? It's a full interior, you know, the full body and, you know, seats and everything, but that's okay. Oh, wrong controller. Let's get the right controller. I really wish that they, at Electric Dreams, had another clear one. So this is right out of the box. I have done nothing to it. That's very interesting. This is new. Do I have gremlins? Interesting. Interesting. Well, this really, it's not as noisy as their cars usually are straight out of the box. It's very nice. Very nice. I'm very happy with this car. I've been wanting a 2002 forever. I would say this is quite a winner, and that light's way too bright, but there we go. It's better. It's still too bright. There. This car is absolutely magnificent. Now, what I'm going to do tomorrow, so what we're going to do is take that to Stephen's. Stephen's a wonderful guy. There's his picture. Whoa! And we're going to go to his big old track, which is routed, wooden track, 4 lanes, beautiful in uptown Glendale, downtown Burbank. No. Anyway, and we're going to modify this car. Well, not modify it. We're going to, tomorrow's setup day. And this is a day where we take the cars that we race and we set them up for racing according to the rules of the Farrout Slot Car Group. Yeah, and so we'll pick it up there tomorrow. So here we are at Stephen Farr Jones' house and track and beautiful Glendale. I had a really incredibly beautiful, sunny, warm day, so we're very fortunate for that. I'm getting these cars ready for the classes of cars we'll be racing, and I'll show you the track and show you around the place a little bit here.
No, I know. Well, here, let's do this. Down. Yeah, it's still grinding.
Okay, so it's still grinding. So then I have one other question.
Yeah.
Do you see these marks on there?
Which
that
mark?
on the tire? There's like a couple of black lines.
Yeah. Is it the one that's right in the middle, or
Well, there's one to
elsewhere?
the right as well.
Yeah,
Should I be concerned about that or not?
only if those lines are actually protruding.
So next time I'll put it on the tire tour and do it properly. Rick has a good tire.
Don't mind me. Hi, Eddie. Hey. Stephen's wonderful track. Originally it was a plastic track, and then
Hold on, Elias, there's a car on here.
we routed.
Bring it around first. Bring it around.
I know I gotta get extra screws. I don't have extra screws of Revo. I gotta buy all the
Stephen has a lot of cars. I don't have a lot of cars. You don't have a lot of cars. Stephen has a lot of cars. And just if that wasn't enough, there's a whole bunch more over here.
And I'm sure that these still aren't all the cars that Stephen has.
So I
Quite a few. There's Eddie's showing his book, which I finally get. Smart of him to bring a bunch.
Kind of cool, you know, that they made a
Bill's track. And
Professor what? And then there's our host, Stephen.
What?
I promised the people on Slot Car Fun I would show you a silly face.
Oh my God! Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Hi.
The overweight silly face.
Well, I put it up before, but it wasn't moving. It was just making a silly face. So, Eddie, tell us about your book.
Oh man, there's a question.
Well, give us a
Okay, well, this is
basic
actually, I've been a slot car racer for a long time.
yes, you
and
have.
I
You're
have
very
a-
well known.
I have kind of a weird degree, master's degree in popular culture, and I used to do these presentations at their national conferences. And when I really got back into slot car racing, I decided, hey, I can do some presentations about slot cars. So I started in 2008, and I did one in, I think the first one was San Francisco. I waited a few years, and I did another one on a different topic about slot cars. And then next year I did yet another topic. And so over the years, I did a number of topics on slot car racing, and when I had 6 of them done, I decided, why don't I stick them together into a book? And so
Cool.
that's what I've done.
Yeah, there's not enough books on slot cars, and you know I like to collect them myself, and so I'll be getting this book myself today. So,
Thanks.
Yeah, we take a look inside a little bit.
Sure. So you can see inside, this is one of the tracks I race at that's called
Yeah.
Electric Dreams.
That's Electric Dreams. I think everybody knows about Electric Dreams, but you never know.
It's
There are
in-
some people that are new.
It's in El Segundo. That's me in the center because it's my book.
I have yet to go there. I've been buying from them for 12 years. I know all the people there. I've never been to Electric Dreams. I'm going to change that soon.
And I was fortunate enough to get the foreword done by a very well-known racer from the 60s named Howie Ursiner. So Howie wrote the foreword to it.
Cool. That's very cool.
And,
Yeah,
let's
well,
see.
we're from the 60s, aren't we, Eddie?
Yes, we are indeed. So there's the table of contents with the 6 chapters. And what I think is kind of unique on this book is I made it kind of a hybrid, and it's what held up the book for a while. I didn't know what to do about the photos. So these, at the end of every chapter, I have thumbnails of PowerPoints that
Right.
actually went with each presentation that I did. So each one is actually a presentation that I did.
Oh, cool.
And the slides that go with it, you can't expand in the book form, but if you go with a phone to that QR code or to the URL, you can see them full screen on your.
That's really cool.
that's
Just
kinda
make sure you keep that server working.
So one chapter is kind of unique that's called 50 Shades of 1 Month of Slot Car Racing. A lot of people say slot car racing's dead.
Oh,
Just
God.
pan around here and show how dead it is.
Oh, I have. No, and I've been telling people, I was at the air show yesterday, and they were saying, well, I used to do that when I was a kid, and, you know, I'm in my 70s now. I mean, it's dead, right? I said, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Just go online, take a look.
Now, this
Bigger
may
than
not
ever.
be what it's like. However, or you don't see too many Buddhist monks racing, maybe.
You'd be surprised.
Although there is certainly the idea of flow and getting into kind of a meditative state while
you
you're
think?
racing.
How else do you stay on the
And I
track?
just tried to end up with some of my cars and some up to date
Right.
my bonus section. I've
Another place I've yet to be.
these are places you need to get to. I found this thing, and I was listed back in 1968 as one of the people that started the USRA.
Wow.
So, been into it for a while.
Yeah.
And that's one of our latest commercial raceways called Piranha Speedway in Whittier.
In Whittier.
And I
Wow.
race on that track.
Jeez, that's 8 lanes, huh?
So that's
Very cool. Well, thanks for sharing that with us. I'm sure everybody will love to take a look at that.
Even being stupid, you can end up with a good result.
exactly.
I have run the club that way for 20 years.
I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
It's all working. Also, I do want to give sort of a public not condemnation for a change, but kudos to Rich and Tom, who have inadvertently volunteered to prepare 2 of the loaner cars each.
Oh, nice.
I say inadvertently because I just gave them to them.
I ain't driving no loaners in that race. I'm telling you this. You get your car prepared.
Announcement, guys. If anybody at all is interested in driving in a hard body 24 scale truck race, there's Tom. At
I thought about you and Thomas.
At Buena Park Raceway, the 3rd Sunday coming up, they will have loaner trucks for anybody. And it's a 3-man team. Just get in touch with me and I'll let the guys at Buena Park know. I'm going tomorrow to get ours.
It'll
be a month from tomorrow.
Told Thomas, right?
I have not told him, but I'll let him know.
Someone's gonna race.
I don't know.
Well, because these trucks, I guess they're just pickup trucks, though. Not
What's really good about
Let me
setting
know
up
if
a
you're
couple cars for you?
Yeah.
I could try something new, and if it doesn't work, what the hell?
Who cares? Who cares?
So here we are. We're down to the last of the diehards. Everyone else is left. You can only see there's 3 cases over there. And we're just running the track, and we're running an NSR right now. And I doubt very, very much that I can follow this car on this track the way I do at home, but I'm going to try it. It won't be fast. Okay? Very difficult to do when the track gets bigger. Follow the car with the camera. But I shall try. How am I doing? Wonderful track, Stephen. You can see my rain light and my tires are getting dirty. Gotta love these NSR cars. There's Stephen. When you're running a what, Stephen?
A super stock scale electrics with a 360 feature, which allows you, if I can get it to do it.
Sure you can. There you
go. Right now it's struggling with no tire grip whatsoever.
Come on.
No, that split the gear. I can hear it.
Oh, no.
Oh, you all right there?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Just give it a little push. No, I split the gear, bummer. But yeah, it's
That was really fun. I thought the ones that thought.
But you have more than one, right?
We had
These
fun.
are all old scale electric. Wow. Look how far we've come.
Oh yeah, for sure.
These are.
No, and when you look underneath them, actually even more amazing is when you take the top off and see what's really inside.
That's it.
Some of them are actually.
What a collection,
like
Stephen.
this one looks really pretty nicely made.
somebody's got to have all the toys,
Hey,
right?
thank you for today. I had a really good time.
You're good.
This one-
What I want to show you down here, though, if I may.
All right, then I'm going to end this video.
Chromed limited edition.
Yeah.
Is it
And
scale
its
electric as well?
partner, no, these are, I think, a company called Peg.
wow.
The cars, the body molds are originally scale electrics from the UK, but these are by a company in Spain called Pink Car. And they redid them.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Cool. Thanks for showing.
No problem.
Well, it occurred to me when I started editing the video from yesterday, being at Stephen Farr Jones's house for the Farrout Slot Car setup day for a big race we have coming up for the new, what is it, Group 2 Classic GTs. Basically these and the Alfa Romeos. I didn't have an ending, so I had a really terrific time. It was a great day with all the guys, and I want to thank Eddie Rodriguez and Ed Shore for all the help they gave me, and for Eddie, your fantastic book, which I've already started reading. It's wonderful. I had a lot of help on this car, and I got told a lot of things about it that I didn't know. Like, for instance, the rear tires and the front tires have a little groove in them, a very thin little groove, and it's not dead center in the aluminum wheel. It is actually towards the inside of the rim. So you need to take the tire off and check to see that it was put on properly. Mine was not. One of them was, I saw this bump in the tire, and it's like, it was kind of round and the other one was flat. Well, that's why. They put the tire on backwards and it wasn't in the groove correctly. Something to watch out for. The other thing I found out is that the front wheels were not both equally making contact with the track, as were the rear. So, and this all had to do with truing. So once I trued the tires in the back. Another problem with this is that, and I'm going to fix that today. It's not really bad right now, but the rear tires rub in some cases with the flares, the fender wells. And so I'm going to put a couple of spacers to jack that up a little bit higher in the back so it doesn't do that. Likewise, I also put some spacers on the front to get the tires to both be touching the track properly. So we changed the brushes. I've got the copper brushes on this, which are softer and very, very much nicer, I think. Braiding, I call it brushes. They told me that's old school. Well, they started in the 60s, right? So, and I changed those. And I watched the car go from an 8 to a 7 to a 6 something around the track. So you wouldn't think these little tiny improvements would make a huge difference. They do. Just like in real cars. Well, they are real cars. They're just miniature. So yeah, it was a great day. I learned a lot. I got Eddie's book, which I'm reading now, and boy, am I enjoying that. And I'm getting warm. And yes, it's the t-shirt of the day. At where? Blipship.com. But they only offer like the shirt for a 48-hour period, and then it disappears. And then the next day I have a new one. Sometimes you can go back and look in their archives, and it's highlighted when they're still available. So that's how I found some of them I thought I missed. So I want to thank Stephen and everybody there for a great time. I really, truly had a great time. I really missed being with them. COVID kind of took me out of the scene, and them as well. We all got the damn thing at one point or another, but we all seem to be fine now. And I look forward to doing some racing next month. In fact, I've got a team race at Electric Dreams. Yes, I'm finally going to get to go to Electric Dreams. And also, we've got a race at Richard Rodriguez's house. We'll be going there for his wonderful track and to do racing. I forget the classes we're running. GT Series, RevoSlots, I think. So, looking forward to that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this more extensive slot car fun, and I will attempt at all the races and the events I go to record it and make it part of slot car fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all your support. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you next week.
A special thank you to Glenn Kramer, Mark Ware, Byron Colley, Steve Dix, Bill Schreiber, Christopher Hunt, Felix Rodriguez, James Rogers, Norman Fair, Daniel Mayer, Kyle Sarpolis, Leland Lampkins, Lonnie Meisner, Michael Douglas, Paul Wood, Michael Scott, Samuel Draney, and Tom Champion.